Right Side Nation, Mike Hanley, RightSideNews.com. Don't be left, be right. Wanted to tune in, get in a short little video, talk a little bit about last night's Trump rally in Charleston, West Virginia. It was packed. You know the fake stream media. It won't show you. It won't tell you what's going on, and that's just fine. That's just fine. We're not too concerned about what the fake stream media has to say, unless they're deliberately attacking the MAGA movement. So I just kind of wanted to hop on, give some current events, talk a little bit about what Trump has going on and what the MAGA movement is all about. So there was news yesterday that ESPN, the sports broadcasting company, will not be televising the national anthem when it's played. And to me, this is pretty astonishing that ESPN, they call themselves the worldwide leader in sports. They are not going to play or broadcast the national anthem when it's played at these games, before these games. I bet they're probably working with the NFL because it is such bad publicity to see the players kneeling during the national anthem. So, because they don't want that to be seen, they're going to take it a step further, and they're just not even going to televise the playing of the national anthem. So, this was something that went on, disturbing in my mind, but I wanted to let everybody know about what's going on. Trump was talking about Cuomo, who I believe is the governor of New York, and he said that America was never great. He said that America has never been great. So you have these elected officials that are standing up here and just bashing America. So if America was never great in their mind, all you have to do is take again off of Make America Great Again. Just take that off, and then just say, let's make America great. All of this political dialogue and jargon is just completely divisive, and that could be career-ending. Trump even said it. He said, if somebody says that America was never great, could you imagine the people that are coming from third world countries who are trying to immigrate to America, the country that provides the most freedom in the world, that are looking for the American dream, the life, the liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? And these people go to New York and they hear this guy saying that America was never great. I wonder if they just sit there and just scratch their head. I mean, what are these immigrants thinking? So it begs the question, maybe we should make that the Democrats' new tagline: America was never great. Or, that's what Trump said. Or, in my opinion, I think we should start using "it's okay to walk away." What do we think? What do we think? It's okay to walk away. Kind of cheesy, but it's easy. Kind of rolls off the tongue. Anyway, might get a little bit of traction there. The U.S. economy has grown $10 trillion in value since Donald Trump was president. West Virginia, because he was in West Virginia, Charleston, West Virginia last night, has per capita the highest output of GDP. So per capita, meaning the amount of people that are in West Virginia, they have one of these now that Trump has been elected and his policies are being taken advantage of by the people of West Virginia in a positive way. Their GDP per capita is the highest almost out of like any state. Previously, before he was president, it was in the lowest. So West Virginia is thriving, business is back. We've got the coal miners, we got the coal industry, We have energy independence. And Trump was talking about this, and this is Trump thinking. This is the art of Trump. I talk about the art of Trump every now and again. He's talking about coal. And so if we use coal for energy, it may not be the cleanest source of energy, which I understand. He also says that having coal for our military is absolutely imperative, because if something happens during war and somebody is attacking our energy sources, whether it be power plants or what have you, essentially coal is indestructible. So somebody could bomb a coal mine or something of that nature, but the coal itself isn't going to be destroyed. We're still going to have the coal. So that was an interesting point that Trump brought up last night at the rally in West Virginia. So not only is it a source of energy, but it's also very strategic, apparently, in war times, in case our enemies attack us and our energy sources. Coal is something that's difficult to destroy. Um, Trump also talked about the red wave, talking about the red wave equals strength and safety. And that's what we want to do. I talked a little bit about this last night in my video. It's tree hugger dot 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 say what? I talked a little bit about Molly Tibbetts, and she was the young lady who was murdered by who I believe to be an illegal immigrant. So we have we have these instances of these people getting hurt, and that's why the red wave is about strength and safety, because we want safety for our people and we want to be strong. It's peace through strength. And that's what this red wave is all about. The Democrats have been talking about this blue wave, and now they're all the headlines are about Trump's old lawyer Michael Cohen, that Trump had directed him to do something illegal in terms of campaign rules on a campaign finance violation. If you look at what Obama had done, he had spent $2 million illegally when he was running for president, and he paid a fine of like $375,000. So what we're hearing that Trump has done with the help of his lawyer at the time, Michael Cohen, is nothing compared to what Obama had done when he ran for president and he violated the campaign laws and spent about $2 million and was fined $375,000. So we'll find out what's going on. We'll dig a little bit deeper into it. We'll see if anything comes of it. But I don't think Trump's, if you will, crimes or charges that are being levied against him by the media, not by any type of government entity, will turn out to be true, and also to what extent he violated any laws, if he did whatsoever. So we'll find out. Only time will tell. But it doesn't seem to be anything too serious. But comparatively, Obama, he's done much less. He was talking about NATO, and this is again the art of Trump. Trump, when he first met with some of the NATO's leaders, he picked up $44 billion. $44 billion that was back pay from the UN, the United Nations, not paying their bills. So he took in $44 billion. That's how much they owed us. $44 billion. Then he also says that he also negotiated another $100 billion. So right there, that's $45 billion that Trump has taken in just in a year as president. And this is specifically talking to what Trump does. He says, hey, you don't pay us. And because you don't pay us, if something happens to you, we're not going to protect you. So that's his leverage. That's how he is. That's how he's going to even out the scale. So eventually, what's going to happen is these people need to be helped over here, and they pay us, and then it comes like this, and now we're even, and now we'll help them. Now we'll help these guys over here. It's just this idea that America, and Trump talks about it all the time, America has been taken advantage of for decades and decades and decades. In NATO, people haven't paid their bills. Trade deals we're talking about with China, Canada, Mexico, um, NAFTA, North America Free Trade Agreement, which is currently being renegotiated right now. It's all these things. But this is the art of Trump. He goes in there, he gets the money that we are owed, and he says, if you pay us, we will protect you. If you don't pay us, we won't protect you. So there you have it. It's that simple. Um, Also, Trump reduced NATO spending by $1.4 trillion. So the United States, in a way, is focusing on America first. That's what Trump is doing. So he's increasing our military spending from 700 to about 716 billion dollars next year, or about 760. I'm not sure which one it is, but it's in the 700 billion range. And so Trump is increasing our military spending all while decreasing the spending of NATO. Now, I don't think he's making NATO weak, but he's also pointed out the fact that the United States pays the majority to keep NATO up and running. So we're paying into this NATO fund instead of focusing on ourselves. So now he's taking some of these funds, essentially reducing that spending by 1.4 trillion, probably helping balance our budget and bring in some of those funds for our own military. And that's what we need. We need America first. Trump, and this is in the final few minutes of the video here, but Trump is talking about all of his accomplishments. So we're reducing media spending. He talked about social media censorship, and he said, "What would we rather do? Would we rather have social media censorship, or would we rather have fake news?" And Trump says, "We'd actually rather have fake news. We'd rather have fake news than complete censorship of social media." And I think what you're seeing on some of these social media sites where you have Alex Jones and others who are being deplatformed, that to me is a direct violation of the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. And the First Amendment is the right to free speech. If someone is being deplatformed, taken off a platform where he can reach thousands of viewers, in my personal opinion, if they haven't done anything wrong, that is a violation of the First Amendment. So Trump was talking about, hey, we'd rather have fake news than we would have social media censorship. He talks about the right to try. The right to try, so if somebody is terminally ill or deathly ill and they're going to die, he said, in about 90 days, we want to make sure that they have the opportunity to maybe take this medicine that is being developed, even though it hasn't been approved by the FDA or will be approved maybe in a few years. The whole idea is that these people have the right to try. They have some type of hope so that if they are sick, they can take some medicine and try to live, try to have some hope in their last moments in their life. So I think that is an absolutely positive thing that we've done here. Trump also talked about veterans' choice. So if a veteran can't travel to, let's say, a VA hospital and he has a local doctor, they can go to a local doctor and the government will then pay that doctor directly rather than having our veterans go through the rigmarole of what we now know as the Veterans Administration. So, these are just some of the things that Trump talked about. I think a lot of positivity, and That's it. I appreciate y'all tuning in. This is Mike Hanley with RightSideNews.com. Right Side Nation. Don't be left, be right.